Hi everyone, this is Lanier Smith from Sense Memory, and as you can guess, we have to solve a murder. How did I get this idea for doing what fragrance I would wear on the Orient Express? Well, recently, as a matter of fact, yesterday, I had the wonderful, distinct pleasure of being on J.J. Colborne's channel. EFFLUVIUM was the summer session that we did. I was on a panel with Chris from Scentland and Alex from the Perfume Temple, and we had a wonderful discussion. And before we did this, this collaboration, we were given the assignment of coming up with a topic. And I don't know where it came from, out of the blue, into my head. Why not say, what fragrance would you wear on the Orient Express? So we did that on the channel, and you can check that out. I'll put a link below, and you can check that out. So anyway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 suspects, and one of them is a killer. And I'll tell you at the end which one it is. The first one was launched in 1990. The nose behind it is Jean-Claude Elena, and it is from the house of Rocha, and it's Globe. I chose this because of the globe, and it symbolizes the world and travel, and you can see these wonderful lines going across here look like routes for airplanes or ships, and it is a beautiful fragrance that I've had since the early 90s, and it's a beautiful leather fragrance that I just love it. I used to have a spray bottle. I used to have the bottle that had the silver around it, but now I just have, this splash, and it's sophisticated, evocative of a sophisticated, refined gentleman. So there we have the first suspect, Glow by Rocha. The next fragrance we have is from Lalique, and it's Encre Noire. There you have this beautiful bottle. And the nose behind this is Natalie Lorson, and it is earthy. It is so earthy and warm. It's just a beautiful fragrance that I used to have years ago, gave away for some reason, and have rediscovered and revisited and repurchased. Just, This smells to me like wet earth after a rainstorm in the summer. It's just absolutely beautiful. Encre Noire. So on to the next suspect. This suspect is from Britain, and this is a beautiful second fragrance by Naughton and Wilson, and it is Bon Viveur, and I love this fragrance. This fragrance puts me in mind of a similarity in the same kind of wheelhouse as Chanel Pour Monsieur. It's aromatic, green, a little woody, and just perfect fragrance for any gentleman who is going to be traveling in style on such a train as the Orient Express. So now on to our next suspect. Our next fragrance is beautiful, mysterious fragrance. The nose behind this is Jacques Fleury. It is from France, and it's by Ubigan, and it's Orange en Fleur. And this is a real stunning fragrance. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance for spring and summer. It is very heavy on the tuberose. It's sweet and lush. I would say is a really good, if you like white florals, Andalic tuberoses, this is for you. It's a tuberose and orange blossom, and it's heavenly. It's absolutely heavenly. So she might have done it. She might be a killer. On to the next one. Our next fragrance is from the United States, and she's not to be outdone by the lady from France, by Ubigan. This is from Diana Vreeland. It is simply divine. It's an absolutely beautiful tuberose too, very green, just sophistication a la Manhattan or Long Island, the North Shore, or anywhere along the eastern seaboard where the elite meet. This is a fragrance that is just perfect for anyone who is aspiring to wealth and, oops, what's the wrong way? Wealth and travel and luxury. It is super wonderful. It is a little more earthy, a little more down to earth than the Oubigant, but it's nonetheless a beautiful tuberose, very green, just lovely. On to the next suspect. So two of the most interesting stops on the Orient Express are Paris and Venice. That leads us to this beautiful fragrance by Olivier Polge, and it is, of course, Chanel's Paris and Venice. Paris Venice, a beautiful, light, I would say almost eau de toilette or eau de cologne kind of fragrance, not heavy at all, and it's iris, orris root, vanilla, violet. It's really, really beautiful. So that is definitely a suspect. The next suspect could be described as perhaps an Exile Countess from Russia. This is a beautiful fragrance from Russia from 1925, and it is called Red Moscow. It is highly connected to Chanel No. 5 in many, many ways. And of course, there's a wonderful book, which I'll put the link down below, all about that. It's by byKarl Schlogel, and it's called The Scent of Empires. And it's a great book. It just tells an incredible story of the relationship, the kind of sisterhood between Chanel No. 5 and this beautiful fragrance. And it definitely does, oh, I love the little onion dome on the top. And it definitely is, it's Chanel No. 5 Russian style. So there you have this amazing, beautiful suspect. Our next suspect is a very dapper gentleman from England. It's Penhaligon's Roaring Radcliffe. The nose behind this is Daphne Bouguet, and it is a really stunning fragrance. Look at the bottle too, it's just absolutely beautiful. This fragrance, oh, where's my little thingy? This fragrance is warm, sweet tobacco, honey, spicy, sophisticated, alluring. Very unusual. Very, very unusual. I really love this fragrance. I might put a little on. Oh, knocks me out every time. This definitely could be a prime suspect, but we'll see. On to the next fragrance. As the Orient Express enters Italy and approaches the Great Lagoon where Venice sits in all its splendor, and the train begins to cross the causeway, you're going to smell the smell of salty, salty water from the Adriatic. And that led me to include this beautiful fragrance from Profumum di Roma, Acqua di Sale. This is a really gorgeous aquatic with lots of kind of salt notes in it, herbal. It's just also very unusual. Definitely a wonderful beach scent for summer and spring. And in the dead of winter, it'll bring back those feelings of beautiful sun-soaked days on the Lido in Venice. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. So that's definitely under suspicion. And on to the final fragrance. Finally, the train has come to Venice. Not necessarily the last stop on the classic train trip from London to Istanbul. But for our trip, for our purposes, this is where we get off. And whenever you're in Venice, you simply must go to St. Mark's Cathedral, San Marco, and see the great gold altar, which has a secret that it hides. And if you go behind the altar, you'll see the backside of the altar is covered completely in semi-precious and precious stones, and gives you a definite impression of how wealthy Venice was in the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, when it was the queen of the Adriatic, the queen of the entire Mediterranean, and was Europe's gateway to spices and silks from the Orient, from China, from Arabia, from all parts of the world to the east. And so, because of that beautiful gold altar, I chose this. This is a fragrance, but really, it's a beautiful body gel that is infused with gold all through it, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. Chanel number 5 all the way. It's more akin to the eau de cologne than eau de parfum or pure parfum, but it's definitely beautiful. And when you put it on, it shimmers on your skin with the gold flakes. It's absolutely a beautiful fragrance. So, in honor of the golden altar at St. Mark's of Venice, the incredible luxury of the Orient Express, I chose this one. So now, which one is the killer? Each suspect had perfect motive to slay my skin, to enchant me, to take me to another world on an incredible journey. So the killer is really killers. They are all murderers. They are all killer fragrances, absolutely beautiful. They're all guilty. So there you have my take on what fragrances I would wear on the Orient Express. In future, I do intend to go on and finish my what I would wear in other countries. I've got that all set up for the next one, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, remember, wear what you love and not what they say you should like. This is Lanier Smith. Ciao. And the nose